is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome to one of the final Vlogmas related videos for Amberlynn Reid on whatever day this is. I'm losing the will to live at this point. The video is titled, Being Gaslit by Everyone Full Stop. The downvotes are back and they're better than ever. And the comments, not as many, not going to bother putting mine on the screen. Quote, so what if I gaslight my audience? Who freaking cares? Amberlynn Reid. That is an insane amount of cream cheese. No, normal people don't moan while eating. Plot twist. Tommy wasn't on FaceTime. It's not a true Vlogmas if Amber isn't eating, crying or complaining about us. And you didn't repeat the hairstyle, you just didn't take it down. As you can see, these are highly thought-provoking comments and I'm quite amused by what I saw because I had to OBS screen record this, my downloader wasn't working. And upon watching this and speeding up a little bit, because that makes our lives a lot easier, I love, by the way, that Amber's putting in the time to get those mid-roll ads now, when ads are dead. Not a joke, from like the 21st onwards, they're dead, alright? Just why? You phoned it in, and this is what you get. Since I know where you've based your gaslighting remarks on, I'm not going to deny it's going to highlight an obvious point about you, but we'll get to that soon, don't you worry.
Welcome to a new day of Vlogmas. How are you? So yes, I'm wearing my hair in the same style that I wore yesterday because I kind of like her. She's kind of cute. She stays out of my face.
I could genuinely believe Amber simply filmed both videos on the same day, because she has to get as much out of the way as possible, so she would cram it all into one short space of time, so she doesn't have to work as much during the month anyway. And since these videos aren't that long, and don't take that long to edit, I could truly believe this is what she does.
What? Thank you, baby. I'm currently FaceTiming Tommy through my MacBook. Anyways, she's in my ear. Okay.
Yeah, Professionalism Creator 101. Be as unprofessional as you can be and make it seem like you're being cute and kitschy at the same time. Try this novel idea, Lobcock. If you're going to film a vlog, don't do two things at once. It's very rude to the person you're talking to that you feel you have to record a vlog. At the same time, I don't believe you're talking to her in the slightest. I think you're using Tommy as a avatar for your supposed partner, but I don't think you and Tommy are much of a thing anymore.
So we have a couple more Torrid. I figured, let's try her on. So this is another big sweater. It's called a drop shoulder boxy cardigan. So let's try it on. So again, I wear these without the buttons being buttoned. It is just not my style.
It's not so much that it's not your style, Amber. It's more that if you do the buttons up, you look like a black Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It's because if you do the buttons up, your frame is more defined.
So this is super cute. It has these beautiful pink hearts. I love this color pink. And then super cute white stripes at the end. Oh yeah, this is so cozy. Let me put you guys down a little bit. I'm living. Oh, this is so cute.
Like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It tucks into the ridge where your bottom ends at the top, there where your back is supposed to end. Well, it's cute, yes. I'm glad we've gone back to torrid holes. This is arguably the most entertainment we've got from you. I'm still confused why your dressing room is your kitchen, though, when you could use your living room or that bookshelf area that has books you've never read because you can't read. Or if you really want to turn it up a notch, go down to your storage unit and record from there.
I'm giving a little modeling show. She said it looks like I'm getting ready to star in Grease. You're the one that I want. Oh my god, I love this with like a black dress under it. Oh my god, so cute. 10 out of 10, recommend.
Something about this reeks of wrong. There's a speculation that you and Tommy aren't together anymore and you're just faking this relationship part. It was certainly in the comments anyway. What bothers me the most is that you are portraying yourself as happy and in love with a person whose home you lost one of your loved members. Whose home the entire time you were there you were crying. You were miserable and you were alone. But the moment you are back to long distance, oh my love, I can't bear to be without you. You lost Rarity in Wisconsin over a month ago now. You are tasking the person because you can't be asked because you're too fat and lazy to find your cat, and they have not. They have failed in one simple duty, although it's equally possible the duty was failed long ago and your cat is no longer here. This all reeks of wrong, and you know that.
You guys, so I saw this going around and I had to try it. I was like, girl, that sounds like everything that I love, so let's do it. I figured we would make it together and try it together because it's so freaking simple. I already made the bacon, So you make bacon because you're gonna need bacon bits. I don't like the pre-packaged bacon bits. They don't taste good to me. So I made my own bacon, scrunch it with my hands, okay? You need cream cheese and you need scallions, green onion, whatever you wanna call it. And then not only am I gonna use scallions, I also wanna try it with celery and peppers.
Not gonna lie, the first thing I thought when I saw all this was basically Amber's doing a weak tea version of a Balkan breakfast. And yes, I said weak tea and not that TikTok trend of just eating raw ingredients individually, which is incorrect and not how you're supposed to have the breakfast. If you do that, you're a smeghead! I do not believe for 1 second Amber did the bacon bits herself because she didn't show us her doing it. Much like anything else in her life, this dear diary never has her showing us anything that she's done, only her claiming she's done it and this is the result of it. It looked far too good to be done any other way. And they're called spring onions. You're welcome.
And I also have some steak. This is what my plate looks like. Damn, I make the best steak, in my opinion.
That comment is bait. And it's bait enough that I feel like I have to use my friend's more recent steak dinner as proof that he does it better than you. And I'm sure many within my audience will, on social media, or on my Discord server in fact, if you're there, post your version of a steak. Because dicing it up and overcooking it is not the correct way of doing it. We know your taste buds affect. It's why you eat what you eat. It's why you eat so much junk. It's why you have so much salt. You have no taste buds. No horse in that race when it comes to quality control.
Alright, so I just opened this cream cheese, so I'm gonna mix it because that's what I do. That's what everyone should do. Alright, it's pretty mixed. So, what you're gonna do is, this is crazy, I know. You're supposed to like wrap it around. Everyone's looks so like fancy and good, but already I can tell mine is not gonna be that.
This could well be because everyone else is better at putting the artistic flair onto it because you don't know how to use cutlery. You don't know how to finesse with what is in your hands. For example, I am quite talented because of my years of Warhammer modelling. I am quite good at using a modelling knife and spatulas and various little tools, right? Very good at it, working with putty. I'm sure if I wanted to eat crap like this, I would in fact be able to do a reasonable job. But then the problem you've got is, it looks underwhelming because the spring onion's quite thin and limp. But you require larger dollops, larger chunks, because big face, right?
Okay, so you're supposed to have it look like that, and then I guess you're supposed to like roll it in your bacon bits. Not even bacon bits, they're bacon chunks. Literally, little chunky dunk. I mean, it looks good, right? Oh my god.
I'm sure to many people, that looks delicious. To me, it does not. I don't care for raw vegetables. I also don't really care for cream cheese. And I don't feel like violating bacon in that context either. It looks like a really limp, flaccid lollipop stick that's been violated by everything savoury. I'm somewhat surprised you didn't drizzle some tapatio on that to give yourself some white girl bish sauce spice.
I have literally been craving this, but I couldn't find scallions anywhere, but I went grocery shopping yesterday. Are you guys ready?
To be honest, Amber, since you do nothing in your videos, this sounds like an assertion. Yeah, I'm asserting this pointless point because you say you search everywhere, but you don't really go anywhere. So you're searching everywhere, I would assume mean Amazon and Torrent.
No gas, don't give it no gas.
What?
Amber does like to alert us when she is enjoying the slop she consumes.
Oh, I knew this was gonna slap.
Amber, you're near your mid-30s and you say slap still? Fam, nah. You ain't young enough, blood, in it, fam swag. You're not one of the hip folk. It doesn't slap, no. You just like crunchy things because you're a very sensory-based person. It's why you overcook things, so it's crispy. Although the bacon's an exception. I was more referring to the charcoal remains of your steak. Sorry, the poor, violated, defenseless beef that crime should be reported for. Homicide at this point.
You guys, I'm telling you, that is so freaking good. So now I want to try it with a pepper because I feel like, why wouldn't that be good? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to dip it in my bacon chunks here. All right. Wow, that's so good. Now we're going to do celery. I don't know, I feel like this would be fun to do with kids too. I feel like it's a healthier option than like giving kids like, I don't know, Nutter Butters.
As somebody without children, I have no vested interest or opinion when it comes to what parents should or should not feed their kids as a snacky snack. And I feel like even with your background being quite challenging, which you tell us all the time about, it is also not your place to do so either. although you having an opinion is not a surprise. Now do tell us, honestly, how many of those you really ate before you went back to your real food.
Hey guys, so I'm actually about to be picked up by my mom because I'm going with her to a doctor's appointment, and she said I'm allowed to share this with you guys. Like, back in my early 20s when I started YouTube, like, I had no filter, so I would share everything, all the personals. I definitely have a massive filter now, so.
You do and you do not have a filter. You see, what you choose to share with us, you intentionally choose to say and share because it baits your audience for engagement. You're a farmer these days. That's how you do what you do and how you've managed to do nothing for so long and get away with it. I'm not, for the sake of this video, going to share any clip referencing your mother and her health from your video, or you talking about her health, because I do not believe even with consent it is worthwhile making into content or monetizing. I think it's wrong, and I think you are, even with the permission of your mother, to put it in a video. I think it's classless, and the optics of it are crappy, and you know that. I wanted to focus a bit more on the comment about you sharing a lot more then to now. There's a point to that, but you're still a tryhard. The rumour is you're going on to LogHow Live at some point in the near future. You are genuinely a real tryhard type, so I fully expect if you did go on to LogHow, you would either overshare like Chantel, or you would try to control the conversation and fail miserably. Being super polite to make it seem like you're not as much of a LogHow or worthy of it, but in reality, those farms threads, fam, they do you no favours. The evidence against you is quite alarming. And if they find out about your cat being missing and you ditching them, yeah, you're gonna get beaten from pillar to post.
Alright, you guys, I feel massively gaslighted. I feel like I am insane and like I'm not remembering things correctly, so I had to go back and look. People are saying that I'm only eating on camera because of Tommy.
Who was saying that? You say people, you don't show who. I assume this is from your comment section because you get hundreds of comments. And I assume it's not many comments because most of the comments you get still are, where's your cat? Let's be honest here, Amber. That's the part you're going to hyper-focus on? By the way, you do only insert eating stuff into your content more recently because you're home in Oklahoma and you're trying to entice Tommy the feeder. When you were in Wisconsin, you did do the eating stuff, but not as much, and it was so infrequent when you actually showed us you eating that it was kind of pointless. Now you're doing it as a taste test to pad out your content. Before you started dating online and long distance, and during the time before you went to Wisconsin, you were inserting eating into your content. But some of your baity videos back then were hilarious. You did one that was like 12 minutes of me non-stop eating. What 12 minutes? You barely ate anything in that video. You baited your audience out. You included little clips here and there, and you're going to show some of that soon. The timestamps of which are hilarious because they're kind of accurate for when you actually do any form of eating in your videos.
No. I've been eating on camera literally forever. In this video here, which was 5 months ago.
You used to eat on camera. Now you just nibble a little bit and then eat the rest off camera. You used to be a mukbanger. It's where you grew your fan base. It's where you grew your community of haters. Sorry, haters! Yes, I got my voice back. You're all welcome. The point is, yes, you can by definition say and be pedantic enough to say, but I do actually eat on camera and I still do. But you don't. You have a little nibble here and there and a Balkan breakfast light nonsense bollocks chew here and there, but you don't actually eat. Which is where the comment goes, you're now just going to try and gaslight your own audience about it. But it's okay, guys. She's allowed to do it to her haters.
It's around the time that I met Tommy, of course. And then, if you guys see here, I'm literally eating in this video. I literally am eating in this whole video, which was a month before I met Tommy.
I can promise you this, guys. For the entire video, she is not eating. Don't try and be pedantic and say, oh, but for X percentage of the video. No. You were prepping food and you nibbled on a few bits. I remember that video. It's in my end of year review, you loser. I put it in there because it tickled me that you were so embarrassingly clickbaiting your audience. In fact, that's what you did all year. You've gotten so lazy, your only recourse as a, quote, creator, end quote, is to bait your audience into rage or to farm for clicks through engaging in your farming for clicks non-tent bollocks.
Forcing myself to eat, and then randomly and periodically in each of these videos, like I'm just randomly eating everything I ate today. Do I actually take a bite? Let's look. Of course I do. See? And this was posted just on June 14th. That was literally a few days before Tommy messaged me for the first time.
Bitch, the majority of that video is your mother doing the intro and then giving you a semaglutide needle. That's the majority of the video. It's why it took over 7 minutes of a 10-minute video for you to get to the eating part. Stop trying to gaslight your own audience. I knew that. I didn't even have to go to the video. because I did your end of year reviews. I've seen this shite. Don't try and fob everyone off or think it's okay for you to use a rule of gaslighting because you say your audience have gaslit you. It's not one rule for me, but not for thee. Please. You are so full of yourself. You are not eating by the definition of what many would say is eating on camera. And when you are inserting eating, it is nibbling in more recent content as an enticement, an hors d'oeuvre for your beloved. The cat hunter, the failure at that I might add, that you are trying to desperately get back with. Unless she moves to Oklahoma, you've got no chance of a decent future together. And you know everyone's right when they tell you that. As far as the eating thing goes, your audience are still correct. Because you removed it from your content, it's why the videos were so short. You only put it back because you knew it got Tommy all moist for you.
Here I am, slurping on a slush. Again, 6 months ago. Eating, 7 months ago. Drinking some Starbucks, 6 months ago. Eating. You guys, I'm always eating. Like, it's just how I've always been. Stop gaslighting me. I knew I wasn't crazy. Like, literally look at this nonsense. What I eat on a cheat day, and you bet your damn hot dollar I'm eating in it.
You're being too unnecessarily pedantic. You nibble a few bits on camera, turn the camera off, and then claim you didn't eat the rest. That's what you do in every single video, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised if you said there were some scallions left over, you were going to save them for another day. Oh, but there's some bacon bits too. I might be able to okay, I'll put them in a slushy later. I can imagine you would do that. For somebody who is as reckless as you, yet ironically food insecure as you, to have over the course of this year shown just how much of a hypocrite you truly are, this one is a reach. Even by your own standards, this one's a reach. Your gaslighting is tragic. And it's the point you're latching onto as well. Not any of the major points, because you don't want to talk about those. You know damn well if you do, it opens you up to more criticism, which is somewhat strange for somebody who farms for clicks, which then leads me to believe that you're not as smart as you think you are. Because for somebody in December who should be taking full advantage of every opportunity presented to them, you've taken advantage of not a single one of them. Hell, you would have done better if you'd stayed in Wisconsin and looked for your cat and vlogged that, than you have with this absolute travesty of a month.
What?
Moistmas. Ooh.
Very moist, miss. Ew.
Meggy Moistmas.